The fallacy of balance. Let's get right into it. Balance is often glorified as the ultimate goal in life, the perfect equilibrium between work, relationships, health, and personal pursuits. We're told that achieving this harmony is the key to happiness and fulfillment. But what if this widely accepted wisdom is fundamentally flawed? What if the pursuit of balance itself is holding us back from reaching our true potential and experience profound achievement? This presentation challenges the conventional wisdom about life balance and purposes a more authentic approach to living a meaningful, purpose-driven life, one that embraces the necessary imbalance that comes with passionate pursuit. What is balance anyways? The conventional wisdom, balance is typically defined as equalizing work and personal life, distributing our time and energy evenly across various domains. We're expected to be simultaneously successful professionals, attentive parents, devoted partners, healthy individuals, and engaged community members. This concept has become deeply ingrained in our cultural consciousness. Books, seminars, and workplace programs all promote the idea that harmony between different aspects of life is not only possible but essential for well-being. The underlying assumption, the balance paradigm, assumes that all domains of life should receive equal attention. That success in one area shouldn't come at the expense of another, and that spreading ourselves evenly leads to greater fulfillment. But this assumption fails to recognize the intensity required for extraordinary achievement and the natural ebb and flow of life seasons. It sets an impossible standard that leaves many feeling inadequate and conflicted. So, I'm from Detroit. I'm not mad that it's winter. I have to put on a coat because what? It's the season. It's cold outside. So when it's time to take the coat off when it's warm, then that's the time for it. Ebb and flow. That's what it's all about. The reality of pursuit. Isn't that similar to the pursuit of happiness? Pursuit of excellence creates imbalance. Whether you're building a company, mastering a craft, or training for athletic competition, extraordinary results demand extraordinary commitment. This isn't a flawed system, it's a fundamental truth about achievement. The $10,000 rule popularized by Malcolm Gladwell illustrates this reality. Mastery requires not just time, but intense, focused practice that necessarily pulls resources from other life domains. The most groundbreaking innovations and impressive accomplishments come from people who were, by conventional standards, wildly out of balance. I say, just be obsessed. Why do you think they got the term mad scientists? They think they're mad scientists because they're so obsessed about obtaining or achieving a goal that they set out to do. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm trying to manifest greatness. The myth of work-life balance. The very phrase work-life balance reinforces a problematic mindset. It suggests that work stands in opposition to living, that every hour spent on professional pursuits is somehow distracting from your real life. This framing creates unnecessary friction and fails to acknowledge the richness that meaningful work brings our lives. This statement is for the most of you guys, which is the average people, which is no problem being that. In reality, you're the most productive at work. So what are you really doing outside of work anyways? When you say, hey, I want more time to myself, what are you doing in your time? If your free time is getting spent playing the video games, no shade, at least become a Twitch streamer at that point. But if you're just sitting around watching Netflix all day, scrolling on your phone, how productive are you really? Not to toot my own horn, but I work harder outside of my actual 9 to 5 than I do at my 9 to 5. Work really starts for me outside of this. Oh boy, the cost of greatness. Throughout history, those who have made extraordinary contributions were rarely balanced individuals. Albert Einstein was famously absent-minded about personal matters while revolutionizing physics. Steve Jobs was notorious for a single-minded focus on product perfection, often at the expense of personal relationships. Elite athletes like Serena Williams, groundbreaking scientists like Marie Curie, and visionary entrepreneurs like Elon Musk all share a common trait. They were willing to embrace significant imbalance to pursue their calling. This isn't a glorified workaholics or neglect, but to acknowledge that greatness often requires seasons of intense, lopsided commitment. Kind of off subject, but Marie Curie was that special someone's mother-in-law that I mentioned in my Check Antidote video. This is somebody that he met when he was studying in France. So do a little bit of research or just ask me for the video and I'll go more in depth. The seasons of life. Life isn't static, it moves in seasons, which with different demands and opportunity. During some periods, career advancement might rightfully take center stage. At others, family needs or personal health might become the priority. Instead of forcing equal attention to all domains at the same time, we can embrace these natural seasons. The entrepreneur launching a startup may have less time for social activities temporarily. The new parent may step back from career advancement for a period. These aren't failures of balance, they're natural, healthy seasons of focused attention. If you had an emergency that happens right now, well, there goes your work-life balance. In a nutshell, don't stress about things like that. The dangers of seeking balance. The quest for perfect balance can become a trap that prevents us from diving deeply into a single pursuit. Great achievements, whether scientific breakouts, artistic masterpieces, or business innovations, rarely emerge from balanced, moderate effort. They're born from periods of obsession, immersion, and single-minded focus. Redefining success. The balance paradigm assumes that success means giving equal weight to all areas of life simultaneously. But what if we redefine success entirely? What if success meant having the courage to embrace purposeful imbalance, to pour yourself fully into what matters most right now, without guilt about what's temporarily receiving less attention? This shift transforms how we evaluate our lives, moving from an impossible standard to one that honors the reality of meaningful achievement and purposeful living. For an example, I'm at a huge imbalance doing YouTube. It's okay. I don't mind it, but I'm at an imbalance right now, and I'm aware of that. I'm missing all the baseball games, I'm missing all the basketball games, I'm missing all the parties, I'm missing all of those things. But it's okay. I'm at an imbalance right now, and I know that. Power of passion. When we're genuinely passionate about something, whether it's building a business, mastering a craft, or pursuing a cause, the lines between work and play blurs. However, fly by unnoticed, what others might see as a sacrifice doesn't feel sacrificial at all. This state of passionate immersion is what psychologists call flow, perhaps the highest form of human experience. Passionate pursuits create a virtuous cycle. Dedication leads to progress. Progress fuels motivation, and increased motivation drives further dedication. This upward spiral is impossible when effort is diluted across too many domains in the name of balance. Yes, that's my next example. I'm passionate about being a knowledge seeker, and I want to create a community with great minds. That's why I'm Hef the philosopher. I don't mind doing this one bit. Managing energy and not time. The balance model focuses primarily on time allocation, how many hours we spend in each domain. But this misses a crucial truth. Time is fixed while energy is renewable. Instead of dividing our time equally, we might focus on managing and replenishing our energy across 4 dimensions: physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. This shift allows for periods of intense focus and exertions followed by deliberate recovery. Elite athletes understand this principle well. They train with extreme intensity, but prioritize recovery with equal seriousness. The same approach can apply to all domains of life. My mentor, shout out to AB. Y'all go tap in with Avery B. Y'all go tap in with the AB Academy. He once said that we need to look at ourselves like battery percentage, like on our phone, right? Battery percentages on our phone. Look at ourselves like that. We start off with 100% of energy at the start of the day. So it'd be beneficial and wise to knock out the hardest tasks early in the day. And the lesser tasks, save it for later in the day when you have what? Less energy. Alignment instead of balance. Rather than pursuing balance, we might seek alignment, ensuring that how we spend our time and energy reflects our deepest values and most important goals. This creates a sense of integrity and purpose even during intensely focused periods. When our actions align with our core values, the artificial boundaries between work and life begin to dissolve, where it becomes an expression of purpose rather than merely a means to an end. Personal relationships become more authentic when they reflect true priorities rather than obligatory time allocations. Alignment doesn't demand equal distribution of time, it demands congruence between what we say matters and where we actually invest ourselves. For the males out there, or even the women, I wouldn't try to induce quality time for your significant other. Now, I know that sounds crazy out loud, but hear me out. It has to be genuine, somewhat spontaneous in a sense. Now, of course, you have planned trips, planned dates, that's perfect. But when you have it where Sunday or Monday, I only hang out with my girl for 4 hours, or I hang out with my boyfriend for 4 hours, that robotic cycle is not cool. Now, I understand this. I would prefer having a woman that's okay with the mundane things in life. And what's mundane? The boring things, right? The things that super structure. But also, if you're serious about something, you have to attack it with all your might. So if that's not speaking to your significant other for a whole week or a week and a half, then so be it. Y'all can relate. You guys got friends that you probably haven't spoke to in 3 months, 6 months, but there's no love lost there. Your significant other should understand as well. The role of flexibility. Adapting to circumstances. Life's unpredictability demands flexibility, not rigid adherence to a balanced schedule. Jobs change, relationships evolve, crises emerge, and opportunities arise unexpectedly. The capacity to shift focus and reallocate resources as needed is far more valuable than maintaining an arbitrary sense of balance. Sum up, attack your priorities at their fullest with no regrets. Overcoming guilt. Perhaps the most insidious aspect of the balance ideal is the guilt it creates, the constant feeling that you're neglecting something important no matter where you focus. This guilt serves no constructive purpose. It merely diminishes the goal, diminishes the joy and effectiveness of whatever you're currently doing. Strategies for thriving. Set clear priorities, manage expectations, create boundaries, practice deep work, schedule recovery, reassess regularly. How to embrace it. Embracing the unbalanced life. The truly fulfilling life isn't perfectly balanced one. It's one lived with attention, courage, and wholehearted engagement. And growth often requires periods of intense, focused commitment that look nothing like balance. The paradox is this. By abandoning the pursuit of balance, we often find something more valuable, a sense of purpose, accomplishment, and authentic alignment with our deepest values. The unbalanced life, lived consciously, may be the most fulfilling life of all. Don't fall for the facade of work balance. To me, this is just another ploy from the government to deter you and distract you from achieving your own personal goals. Be obsessed, my friend. If you like this video, comment, like, share, subscribe. It's Hef, free game. Put your thinkers on.